Hi there, sign of Scorpio. This is Kim here to give you your next 3-day messages so that we can just take a quick peek and see what's coming in for you next 3 days. Opening up to your spirit team, as usual, your spirit guides and your angels. If you need a private reading, the information's in the description box below. Prices start from $20 and go up. And they are recorded readings, so you receive a private link for your reading. That's just how I do them right now. Maybe that'll change one day. Need a proper setup for something live. But anyway, so messages for Scorpio. What's coming their next 3 days? What's coming to them for the next 3 days? It's all relative. So I pulled some cards earlier for you and then restarted the reading using a different deck. But I'll tell you, there was some sort of information there about meeting a mentor or a guide, somebody that you would run into who would help you with where you want to be focused or where you see yourself going. Maybe setting goals or even a work or skill focus. It's kind of like redirecting you. Spirit was in a way redirecting you to the things that are really important in life. So like a rearranging of what you're prioritizing according to a goal that you have. And then you got the prayer card, the pilgrimage card. So you had a prayer being answered in some kind of miraculous way, and it seemed like it was tied to you either traveling literally or going on this pilgrimage, this long journey, this new adventure. So here I'm getting the message of seeing beneath the surface, that there's something, so there's something else to see that is beneath the surface. I'm wondering if it's energy that you're tapping into. I mean, we do have the energy. We have the energy, the formula for energy, relativity. It's all relative, though. With that card, it's all relative. It usually, with relativity, when you're talking about it in a reading such as this, then it would be more like talking about shifts in perspective. What seems long to one person might not seem that long to another, or what seems like a long time in your perspective may actually shift when your own perspective of your spiritual path changes. I'm just getting the feeling of something taking like a little while to accomplish some sort of goal that you have, but it's actually not that long. And then there's something here that is, it feels like something that's hidden beneath the surface, something like a gem for you to find. So relativity can be like when you're making comparisons from different perspectives. A shift in perspective will change it all. Is what I'm going to get. So Big Bang is a really good portal associated with 999. It says expansion, expansion, expansion. That's kind of feeling like it comes from out of nowhere here, and then it creates everything for you. The portal 999 says, an important chapter of my life is coming to an end. So I will let it go with love, and I will put my energy towards the next chapter without being delayed. I hear the call and go straight to work on the new purpose. So the Big Bang explodes, resulting in creation of everything. So it comes, and it comes from out of nowhere. It's a heavy explosion. It disrupts everything, but what it ends up being is it creates expansion, expansion, expansion. So, the Big Bang. Let me see how this is tied to your soul contract here with this soul contract deck. That was, did I say that was the Cosmos Oracle? Oh. Bridge of Dreams. What's good for dreams is the Animal Spirit Oracle. So you got the Bridge of Dreams card, and the Bridge of Dreams says, well, it's literally telling you that you're going to probably have a dream next 3 days. So they're wanting you to pay attention to what this dream holds. Something that's beneath the surface of everyday life is going to be revealed to you through a dream or even a vision here, but I think it's dream. It says, dreams are the bridge to your soul's depths. Cross it to uncover your truest desire and direction. Soul crossing, past future connections, dream guidance. Past and future connection. That's interesting, because I was listening to a near-death experience from a guy that had an incident happen when he was a child, where him and his sister were out. This is actually, like, according to him, this is the real account of what happened. He was hiking with him and his sister, and when they were very little, and a boulder started to crack above their heads, or above them. They were about to get seriously injured or killed, actually. And he heard a voice shout to him and say, watch out, you need to move. And so he did just that. When he heard the voice, moved his sister out of the way, he moved out of the way, boulder fell, no one was hurt. So when he has his near-death experience, he goes, he gets into, okay, he goes to a void, then he goes to this other place where he's like, I want to know, I want to uncover a mystery. I want to know where the voice came from, because apparently when he looked around, there was no one around to be found. It was in the middle of, like, the wilderness. There was no one around. And so they showed him, they recreated the scene, apparently, took him back to where he's viewing himself as a child. He sees the boulder crack in his out-of-body state. He says, watch out, almost like instinctively. And then he realizes he just created it in that moment, that voice that he heard as a little boy from the past. And so that's really cool that you got that past-future connection, because it just goes to show you how kind of strange time is, how it really doesn't exist on the other side, and how that could possibly manifest in your life. So yeah, I thought, and so maybe our future self does give us hints, and maybe our future self is the one responsible for a lot of synchronicities, signs, trying to tell us, hey, keep your chin up. You're gonna get through this. You know, positivity. It's from that future self that knows that everything did work out just right. Yeah. They had this card. Okay, this is one of the cards that came out for you earlier. You had the Pilgrim, the Journey. You had the prayer being answered. You had the Temple, which is prioritizing. What do you prioritize? They had this card, and they had the Hunter, and they had the Mentor. So this could be your future self. Isn't that strange to think of? But so that one I think is relevant here to this set of cards. The Horse is one of the hardest working, and it represents divine feminine, earth energy. So I would expect you to be receiving a lot of reward for your efforts here, and something to do with work, what you're working on. Your focus, like this horse, is going to help you achieve your goals. This is deciding where you want to get and then pointing your attention there. And I think it has everything to do, for a lot of you all, of how you stay busy during the day. What kind of progress, or just focusing on your progress. Like it looks like it's going to be paying off. Also, I mean, there might be something with you and horses here. The panther, not afraid of the dark, not afraid of anything, can see in the dark even. So for Scorpio, this is the intuitive city, I think. It is an oracle deck, but it's kind of like tarot because it coincides with all of the tarot cards. Yeah, I mean, you can look up the law of attention, focus, reach out to somebody. Seven of Swords with dishonesty here. Seven of Swords with dishonesty, and the materialist with the Four of Pentacles. It says materialist. And then joyful bliss. What are we holding on to? What are we holding on to? Because you have something new. I'm wondering what this energy is about. Is this you, or is this maybe somebody else? Let me get clarification, because sometimes the Seven of Swords, regardless of what it says on here, sometimes the Seven of Swords can talk about a strategy. Not always do I associate it with being dishonest. Sometimes I associate it with just simply, I have a strategy and I'm not telling anybody what my cards are, you know, like not telling anybody what your cards are. And then the Four of Pentacles, I always get the feeling like somebody is building. If it's in the upright, like you're building, you may be guarded, keeping to yourself, keeping some sort of strategy to yourself. But I do want to get, a clarification for it. Actually, let's use this deck right here. Then you have the Fool. It says joyful bliss on that. Of course, you know the Fool is a new journey. So was that Pilgrim card. So tell me about dishonesty, Seven of Swords. Is it somebody else, or is this about strategy, Spirit? I need to have clarification here. God. You know what? They had me look up here at the surface card as soon as I said, I need clarity. And then the moon comes out, and look what it says on the card. What lurks beneath the surface? Well, what is it that we're not seeing here? This is about something that we're not seeing that's being done. What is it we're not seeing? Because we're seeing something on the surface. We need to go deeper. Okay, we have a mystery to figure out with your reading. The moon is asking you to look deeper beneath the surface. Give me more on the Seven of Swords, please. Disappointment. Five of Cups. worry about that. The Tower. And then I have the Star on the bottom, upright. I have the Tower. Is this something an employer did, is what I'm wondering for you all? Because this person is looking at their grades. Okay, they're looking at their grades and they have a little disappointment. Doesn't look like anything bad because it's a C, but there's like, so it might be something that wasn't that bad, but I don't know. I'm getting this, see this Tower energy? For some of you all, this is about like absolutely a company or somebody that was very dishonest regarding your finances, regarding your work. It could even be a person who wasn't honest with you, who you're disappointed in, because something here affected greatly your finances, your progress. And it represents collapse or something that came down. This is like what you're dealing with right now, I think. As you try to like rebuild from this point. That's why it's leading you to something new, right? The Tower is the collapse of the old system, the old ways. It's the things that aren't working anymore. Tell me what the Four of Pentacles here, the materialist, is about. The creative block. I don't know, are you dealing with somebody who's really materialistic and there's some sort of a creative block here regarding it? Blocking something or holding on to the past? Is it a partnership, perhaps? Or are we holding on to a partnership with the Lover's energy? There's something here from the past that we're holding on to. And I'm just getting different. I'm getting different things now. Like I'm getting that this feels... if it relates to a partnership, this Lover's energy, then you're now at a crossroads where you're... This would be what's representing the past and not being able to move forward because something that was hidden from you that came to the surface or comes to the surface ends up causing a Tower moment and then leads you to a new beginning for yourself. So whether that partnership has to do with work or whether it feels, I feel like it has to do with relationship for most of you all, and that's why they're saying this is a really good time to be more focused on your work or keeping your mind busy. You have a decision to make at this point. Regarding this relationship, this is somebody that is currently in your life, I feel like. And this decision is, and now, if this is a soul connection through a company, it can be that too. But you're going to have to make a decision here of whether to split or not from this person. But because there was deception, you might. I'm wondering if they were being irresponsible, if this person was being irresponsible, and so what they hid from you had some pretty big consequences regarding finances. Another card here where they're saying Eight of Pentacles, to focus on your work at this time. Don't let yourself get bored or overthink things. And eventually you have a pretty big decision to split or not. And I think that's what's going on, guys. So keeping this on a lighter note, but I will deliver you the messages as they come. I'll tell you exactly what they're telling me. Like I don't make stuff up. There's going to be a real question here of whether you want to keep on being with somebody who is being irresponsible in regards to the money. Look, that's even like a businessman that could be very irresponsible if they're like a boss. But it looks very positive for your work and your focus. And I'm getting a feeling like you might be with somebody that prioritizes or holds on to the idea of materialism a little bit much. No, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Now, ultimately, it's up to you, but you have to earn, and it's coming out on that Lover's energy. So it says loss, death, forfeiture, grief, closed up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, disposes, removed, dismantled, deprived, absence, change of state. It's done. It's over. But it obviously isn't, because we still have this decision, and it came out in the reverse. So for you, though, look at your focus and your work. Look at this. Abundance. Upright. Grapes. Abundance, bearing fruit. Harvest, fertility, merriment, prosperity, surplus, fullness, juicy, overindulgence, tempting, goodness, plentiful, wealth, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Letting it take you on a new journey. You're going to be really happy that you did. I have perfected work and success here, recognition coming to you with the cake. Looks like something's going to take off for you, and you will be celebrating. This is your Four of Wands energy. So whatever this is, this focus, it's leading you to lots of milestones being met in your life. It's leading you to success. Plus, I always feel like you're going to be aligned on the path with the right people, the right place, maybe even. Some good news. 8 of Wands, changes in the air. 8 of Cups, escape or going in a different direction because of getting really good news. That some changes in the air. Communication. All right. 21 with I am inspiring is talking about your will to succeed. Okay, I am inspiring, plus you're inspiring others through the work that you do and through really just you being you. This mirror image here of this. 12, creativity is driving force in your life. Basically, you're the visionary. You're the one that can come up with the idea that can change things for everyone. So your impact is not only inspiring, but it has this ripple effect of changing the world for the better. And 10 is talking about, one, completions. It doesn't say that, but completions. Also that you have great leadership skills. Yeah, your mind is sharp and it allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details and direct others how to carry things out. That sounds like you're headed towards some sort of leadership position. And I am tactful with 26. You have a desire to succeed and will feel most accomplished when your work benefits others. Your intuitive awareness of what people want allows you to come up with innovative solutions to meet their needs. So, yeah, that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I'm sending you light and love as always. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all have a nice next 3 days. Bye.